Hello guys, welcome for this online class for our subject called machine drawing. So today we are going to see the important topic in our subject, that is your limits, fits and tolerance. So before getting into this topic, we need to know what is that. So what is limit, what is fits and what is tolerance. So before getting into that, so we know what is assembly, right? So in today's world we came across many mechanical parts and also so many day-to-day life products which are having the concept called assembly, right? This assembly is a combination of two different parts, right? So part 1 will be there and part 2 will be there, and if you combine it both you will be getting the whole assembly, right? So this assembly, that part can be produced in mass numbers. So for example, if you take a bolt and nut, so which is a standard in all the machines, that bolt and nut is produced in mass numbers. So when the part is produced in mass numbers, that same part is used for the assembly. You have to have one important property called interchangeability. So what do you mean by that? So what do you mean by interchangeability? So when the part is produced at 20 mm, for example, the nut size is M20 and you are going to get M20 bolt for it, right? So that M20 bolt you are going for a shop and you are getting that and you are making it as a assembled one, right? So how it is happen? So you cannot produce the part with exact size. So in a machine, in a manufacturing unit, you are producing the bolt and nut. So you cannot always produce your bolt and nut in the same exact size called M20. So there must be some allowances you have to give, because the reason behind it is we are having so many influential factors that will affect your dimensions. That is, your M20 will be affected by your human errors, maybe your machine errors, your machine is having a vibration, or so many environmental factors like temperature. So these factors will affect your manufacturing aspect. So that manufacturing aspect will not always give you the exact dimension. So to overcome that, we are using this concept called interchangeability, so that your part should be in a limit, and that limit can be also termed as tolerance. That when the part is produced with that tolerance, that can be used for this concept called interchangeability, so that it can be easily get assembled, and which will not like your assembly can be able to do that only when the part is done within this zone, that is called your tolerance, right? So this is your introduction to your topic. So why we need to study this limits, fits and tolerance, right? Okay, so now take your note and pen. So I will give you some basic terminology, and that terminology should be have to know before getting into the topic, right? So if you take any product, so for example, so I am taking this product as a assembly here. So now I have two parts here. This part 1, this is your adapter, and this is your refill, this is your part 2, right? So I am going to assemble it by making a rotation at the bottom. So it is get assembled now, right? So once this refill, this is your refill, if it is empty and you are going for a shop and you are getting the same refill and you are assemble it again and you are getting the same part again. So what makes this as an assembled one? So how we are getting the exact size? So what is the tolerance given, and what is the limit, and what kind of fit it is? So இத பத்தி எல்லாமே படிக்கிறது தான் your topic is called limits, fits and tolerance, right? So I hope you have taken your note, right? So I'll give you some the basic terminologies available in your system of a basic whole, right? So any part that is getting assembled, right? One part I can take as a whole, and one part I can take it as a shaft, like this. So this is your whole and this is your shaft, and I'm going to assemble like this. So generally I'm just taking this as a whole and this as a shaft, right? So any part that is getting assembled, we are generally taking that as a whole and shaft system, right? So the terminology is all about your system of basic whole, right? So I just made a cross section of your shaft and hole here, right? So this is your hole. This area is your hole. Like This hole is cross section here, that cross section is shown here. This is your cross section of a hole, right? So in that we are having one shaft like this, right? So this is your shaft, right? So this shaft is having, for example, this hole is having 20 mm dia, so it should be a 20 mm dia. In the same way, your shaft is 20 mm dia, so that it can able to make a assembly, right? So here the 20 mm is called a nominal size. The size which is going to be manufactured, thus that size is called a nominal size. To show that, to show that line, we are having a basic line, or that line is called your 20 mm nominal line or a zero line. So you can term it as a basic line or a zero line, right? So now we will see about the hole, all about the hole feature first, then your shaft, right? So what do you mean by basic shaft and basic hole? The terminology number one, you are going to see what is basic shaft and basic hole, right? So basic shaft is when your shaft lower deviation. So what is lower deviation in your shaft? What is upper deviation? You have to know that. So this is your shaft. The shaft is having lower deviation like this and upper deviation like this. So when the shaft is when the upper deviation of the shaft is having 0, the shaft is having the upper deviation at exactly at 0 line, that is called basic shaft. The same way, this is your hole. Your hole is having upper deviation here and lower deviation here. When the hole is having lower deviation at 0, that is called your basic hole. So this is your difference between basic shaft and basic hole. So what do you mean by actual size? So when the part is produced, maybe it can be a hole or a shaft, when you are measuring it, so whatever it comes, that is the size that is coming, that is your actual size, or actual size of a hole or actual size of the shaft. So we have seen what is basic shaft, what is basic hole, what is nominal size, and what is actual size. So now we will see what is tolerance. So to show the tolerance, I have a shaft here, right? That shaft is having a basic size of 10 mm, which is having some allowances because we are having so many error factors. So for that we are giving some allowance here. In plus it is 0.01, in minus it is 0.02. So the basic size here is 10 mm, the allowance is in plus it is 0.01, in negative it is 0.02. So to know your upper limit of the shaft, so you have to calculate the maximum material condition of the shaft, which means that when the shaft is having maximum diameter at that positive area, that is your upper limit. So you add your upper limit to your basic size, that is your 10.01 mm. So in your lower limit, so that is 10 minus 0.02, which will give you 9.98. So this is your lower limit and this is your upper limit. So the difference between this upper limit and lower limit is called tolerance. So for this, the tolerance will be 0.03 mm. So this limits, this upper and lowers are called your limits, right? So these are all some factors about tolerance and limit. So what do you mean by upper or minimum limit? So what do you mean by upper or maximum limit of your hole and shaft, that you have to see. So what is the maximum size that is allowable for the hole? So we have to know the condition called maximum material condition here. So when the hole where we need to know, so where the hole, when the hole is having maximum material condition and when the shaft is having maximum material condition, that we need to know first. So when you are having the shaft is having upper limit here and lower limit here. So when you are considering the upper limit condition, the shaft is having more number of material. So that condition is called maximum material condition. The diameter of the hole will be higher. The same way for the hole, you are having a lower deviation here, the upper deviation here. So when you consider the upper deviation, the material consumption is very less. When you are considering the lower limit of the hole, the material is more, which means that the diameter of the hole is getting closer, so that you are consuming more number of material for the hole, so that condition is called maximum material condition for the hole. So you need to know the difference between the maximum material condition for the hole, the maximum material condition for the shaft. So once you know that, you can able to know what is the maximum limit and minimum limit or upper limit or lower limit. So for the shaft, the maximum limit is this one, right? For the hole, the maximum limit is this one. Sorry, the minimum limit is this one, right? So what do you mean by tolerance? So the shaft is having maximum dia when it is produced in maximum deviation or maximum limit or upper limit, and when it is produced in lower limit or minimum limit, that is called your lower limit. The difference between this maximum dia and minimum dia, that zone is called tolerance zone for the shaft. The same way for a hole, the hole is produced at upper limit, right? That is called your maximum dia. The same hole is produced in lower limit, that is called the minimum dia. The difference between this maximum dia and minimum dia is called tolerance, right? So this tolerance zone is called tolerance zone for the hole. So what do you mean by a deviation, upper deviation and lower deviation for both hole and shaft, right? So the lower deviation is difference between or the minimum distance between your basic size and lower size. Here it is in the same line. The basic line is also same and lower limit also same. So that's why we are having the arrow mark here. That is your lower deviation, which is denoted by ES. For a hole, it should be in capital. For a hole, it should be in capital. That is ES. For upper deviation, we are having upper limit here for the hole, right? The basic size is here. So the difference between this basic size and upper limit is called upper deviation. That is denoted by capital EI for the hole. The same way for the shaft, this is your basic size of the shaft. So the difference between basic size and upper deviation is called, upper limit is called upper deviation. That is denoted by small EI for the shaft. The same way you are having a lower deviation here, right? The difference between basic size of the shaft and lower deviation, lower limit is called lower deviation, which is denoted by ES and ES for the shaft. So these are all some basic terminology that is available in your hole and shaft. So please come closer. So you just note down by knowing what is lower deviation, what is tolerance, what is upper deviation for both hole and shaft. So you just pause the video there and you just draw this drawing and you just note down all the terminologies that is available for the basic shaft and hole. So by knowing this, we can able to do, we can able to learn further for the what is limit, what is fit and what is tolerance further. Thank you.